Well, hello Croners, welcome back to another episode of the Crono Guide. This is an important one. Today we will see how to create new sequences in Crono. Sequences are sequential steps that translates into tasks that you can perform manually or that Crono will perform on your behalf automatically. Of course, the objective is getting a reply from those leads and potentially go to a meeting. Let's see how to do it. To create a sequence, go to your sequences page on Crono and click New. As you can see, you'll have the option to create a sequence from scratch or create one with AI. In this case, let's create one from scratch. First, let's start by giving a name to the sequence. From here, you can get creative in structuring your sequence, starting with the first step. I want to start with a link and invitation sent to the contact, and I want this task to be performed after 1 day delay. This means that if I add a contact to the sequence today, the link and invitation for this contact will be sent tomorrow, respecting the 1 day wait. For each step, we can decide whether to perform it manually or make it automatic. By clicking this button to automate the step, for each contact added to the sequence, this initial link and invitation task will be executed automatically, without me having to do it manually. If I were to leave this task in manual mode, I would have to perform it on the dedicated tasks page. For the second step, let's add a LinkedIn message. For each LinkedIn and email step, you can insert templates. In this case, I will insert one that I have created previously. As a result, the contact will receive the LinkedIn message with the template you have selected for this step. And again, let's make this step automatic. Please remember that if you want Crono to start running your LinkedIn automations every day, you need to open both Crono and LinkedIn in the same Chrome session each day. This ensures that the extension activates properly and allows us to perform the LinkedIn automations for you. Let's create another step, this time an email step. And again, let's select template and let's make this step automatic. My sequence will conclude with a call, which is clearly a non-automatable task. Since this sequence includes LinkedIn steps, an email, and even a phone call, it is defined as a multi-channel sequence. As a best practice, we can confirm that multi-channel sequences are the most effective for achieving a good reply rate from your leads. A potential issue that could arise in the task flow of your sequence is that the prospect you add may not accept your LinkedIn invitation, which is the first step in this sequence. Clearly, this would block the entire flow, since the second step, the LinkedIn message, can only be sent if the LinkedIn invitation is accepted. To address this, we have introduced the condition. The condition is this blue banner in between the LinkedIn invitation and the LinkedIn message, and it allows you to set a time limit for how many days Crono should wait to see if the prospect accepts your LinkedIn invitation. If the prospect accepts within the wait days you have set, this sequence will continue smoothly along the left flow, including all the subsequent LinkedIn message steps. However, if the prospect does not accept within the set time frame, the sequence will proceed on the right, skipping all the LinkedIn steps that require a connection and proceeding to the first step of the sequence that does not require one. In this case, our email. As an alternative to the right flow of the sequence, you can use the stop and jump to another sequence, which would redirect all the people that does not accept within the time limit set in the condition into an entirely different sequence. Otherwise, for Sales Navigator users, here on the right, they can put a LinkedIn email. One last aspect to review regarding the general mechanics of the structure is the so-called A/B testing. In every step of your sequence, A/B testing allows to put in comparison different templates within a single step. For instance, in this email step, by adding multiple templates, when prospects reach this step in the sequence, Crono will automatically send either the first, the second, or the third template. Over time, thanks to this feature, you'll be able to see how many times each template was used and which one has generated more email opens, link clicks, and which one has the higher reply rate. This way, by having a clear comparison of the template's effectiveness, you can easily disable the less effective ones or remove them entirely. The second section on the sequence page is the personalized section. While it is true that every prospect enrolled in the sequence will follow the task flow set in the structure, in the personalized section you can make specific adjustments for individual prospects. The changes include enabling or disabling the auto button, switching templates, and adding whatever you want to customize the text. In this section, you can also leverage a powerful feature to make the templates more tailored and effective for the specific prospect, the Rewrite with AI. By clicking Rewrite with AI, a window will open displaying a summary of the prospect's information, such as the bio, the present and past job experience of the prospect, the LinkedIn post, comments and events, and all the information regarding the company. Simply select the information you find most relevant and ask Crono to rewrite all the templates of the sequence. Once you have selected the information you find most relevant, click the button Rewrite All. Crono will then rewrite all the templates of the sequence for this prospect. The result will be templates that are much more relatable and engaging. You can also use this feature for a single template in the sequence by clicking anywhere in the text and then selecting the Rewrite with AI button at the bottom. If you would like to have the AI rewriting all the templates automatically without having to cherry-pick the information in the personalized section, go back to the structure and activate the feature in the automation section. Here you can select the batch of categories of information that the AI will systematically use whenever you enroll people inside. So in this case, whenever I enroll someone, the AI will automatically pick something from their general information, work experience and social presence to rewrite all the templates. The final section in the sequences is the metrics section. Here you can see the total number of people enrolled into the sequence, as well as a breakdown into different categories. Those for whom the sequence is still active, those manually stopped under the stopped category, those who have replied negatively in the replied section, those who have replied positively in the converted section, and those who received all the steps of the sequence without ever replying in the finished category. Once a prospect responds, whether via email or LinkedIn, the sequence for that prospect automatically stops, and they will appear in the replied or converted category of the metrics. Crono is able to make this distinction because when it detects the reply, it performs on the reply a sentiment analysis, understanding the tone, and then it classifies the replies into positive, neutral, or negative ones. As anticipated, the negatives end up in the replied section, while the positive or the neutral replies end up in the converted section of the metrics. In the metrics section, you can also track the performance of the steps of your sequence for all the contacts enrolled. If the first step is a LinkedIn invitation, you can check whether the invitation is still pending or if it was accepted. In case of a LinkedIn message, the second step, you can check whether it was replied or not replied. In the case of the third step, which is an email, you can check whether the email was opened, how many clicks on the link it had, and if it was replied. And that's all for today. Thank you for the attention and keep pushing forward in the sales world.